some added component that we remember differently that proves something about the intestinal fortitude and stuff like that, the greatness inside, when you're not the favorites, the overwhelming favorites, as KD was in Golden State, when you have an obstacle to overcome.
But he still went to the finals, and he still averaged 35 on 50+% shooting. When he said to LeBron, okay, I got a crew now. Now it's me and you.
But next year,
but this is what I'm saying. Next year, he's on the clock. He's not on the clock because he was injured, and now he's coming back. He's on the clock because of who the champion is now. That dude is somebody that you have quietly declared you are better than. And so that dude is going to be waiting. Even in his 18th season, he's going to be waiting. And KD, what you going to do? What you going to do? That's what we'll be looking for next season.
This is a debate show, but we're on the same page about that one, just the way it is sometimes, unfortunately for TV. We're on the same page. But check this out. LeBron James deserves all the credit in the world. I give it to him. The fact of the matter is AD might be the second best player in the world, right? Anthony Davis. And when the two best players in the world, or two of the top 5 best players, get together, they almost always win the championship, period. That's what LeBron has. That's not what KD has. Kyrie is not one of the top 5 players in the world. May have one of the top 5 skill sets, top 5 talent. He hasn't put it together to call him one of the top 5 in the world. And
he is a champion, no.
But he's not top 5. You wouldn't put him in your top 5. Okay.
No, but he's a champion.
And KD is coming off a catastrophic career-altering injury for most people who've ever had that injury.
If you're trying to come back too prematurely, this COVID-19 has helped. It's giving them additional time off.
Okay, I'm saying that just like KD did what he didn't prove in Golden State, he has the chance to prove now differently, but there is also pressure on Kyrie.
It's all about LeBron.
Kyrie's got to step up.
If LeBron was not the champion, KD wouldn't be on the clock. But it's because LeBron is standing there waiting and saying, I'm still a king. If you're that dude, KD, you respond to that challenge.
Who's the underdog there?
Who's the underdog?
Yep.
It's definitely KD and Kyrie.
No doubt.
Without question.
That's the point. They're the underdog. They have a chance.
Brooklyn's got a good team
to do something special.
John Marks has done a hell of a job. Brooklyn's got a good team. They can beat anybody. If KD, and this is the other thing, last point, because Brooklyn is so good, when you look at the parts around them, you're literally looking at KD and Kyrie and saying, all you guys got to be is who we've known you to be, and y'all can beat anybody. So literally, if they don't win,
Warriors, Lakers,
Brooklyn.
anybody?
If you look at Brooklyn, the talent that they have without
there's
Kyrie
no Karis
and KD,
LeVert on the Lakers.
Without Kyrie and KD, if Kyrie and KD comes and they are who we know them to be, Brooklyn should win it all.
Yeah,
they should win it all.
But okay, let's say
if they don't win it all, we're going to be looking at KD and Kyrie.
Your expectations were not as high as Stephen A's.
No, they're not as high. Let's say KD is who he's always been, and the odds are way against that. But let's say he overcomes them, and he is who he's always been.
They'll coast to the finals. Coast to the finals.
Once they get there, the pressure also on Kyrie, who has to elevate, who has to bring a team together instead of tearing it apart, who has to elevate to be a top 5 player to get it done.
That's somewhat unfair because, let me tell you why. Because when he left Cleveland and went to Boston, he was supposed to be that dude. When he showed up in Brooklyn without KD, he was supposed to be that dude. LeBron was that dude with Kyrie, and Kyrie clearly didn't get in the way then. KD is that dude in Brooklyn. So why would we assume that KD's going to get Kyrie is going to get in the way of KD when he didn't get in the way of LeBron?
It's not to me. It's not about getting in the way. I understand what you're saying. There's reason for optimism there, right?
Absolutely.
I agree. There is some reason for optimism there. I'm just going by the track record. Kyrie joined a team that had a lot of talent, performed better without him than with him. It's insane.
He can't be the man.
And that's the point. The same thing happened in Brooklyn. Man. But when you're
the number 2,
when you have not only the skills and no one who has Kyrie's talent also has his skills. Like Kobe Bryant, a few guys in the history of the game have that level talent plus that level skill. And Stephen A., we've seen him be a killer in the clutch. There is no excuse for him making teams like Brooklyn and Boston worse.
Time out. You can say that, but all that does is validate you can't make him the man, the franchise. That's not what they're asking of him in Brooklyn. Your point would be exponentially more valid if there were no KD and he was in Brooklyn by himself. He is not. KD is the man. man.
And
Make no mistake about it. And because of that, Kyrie is your secondary option. And as a secondary option, he is a champion that, by the way, in his 2 NBA Finals appearances with LeBron when he was healthy, because there was a third but he got injured, but the 2 that he was healthy, he averaged 27 and 29.
And was a killer when they needed him most.
And was a killer when they needed him.
So if KD is healthy, a lot of ifs here. If KD is healthy, then we agree Brooklyn has a chance to win the whole thing if Kyrie can be that dude again with KD. As Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility.
Listen,
a lot of pressure.
You got the Greek freak in Milwaukee, Molly.
Yes.
You've got Miami that was just in the finals.
Yep.
You got Doc Rivers in Philadelphia now. You still got Tatum and Jaylen Brown and those boys in Boston. And I'm telling you right here, right now, okay, Mr. Jalen Rose called it right on the money. The Brooklyn Nets will coast to the finals if KD is KD.
Yep.
You can book it.
Everyone agrees on that. It's after that.
Now,
It's
when
the
they get,
Lakers,
now when
the
they
Warriors,
get to, when they get to the final, the Warriors are going to be in the conference finals because you ain't stopping Clay and Steph. But I'm the greatest shooting backcourt known to mankind.
You're rushing past the if KD is KD. It's very unlikely. What version of himself will he be is the whole shooting match.
I'm not
Remember, I'm the
concerned
one that's
about
on the record saying, even if he's not, KD will average 27 in his
If
sleep.
KD is 80% of himself, they don't coast. They might get there. They'll lose in the finals, but they don't coast.
Listen.
He's got to be himself.
They will
I think he'll
coast
be just fine.
to the finals in the Eastern. I'll give, since we want to play with numbers, give me 85% KD. They will walk
85,
to the
now we're on the
finals.
fence.
They will coast to
Now
the
we're on the
finals.
fence, 85.
You know, they float, coast, walk, whatever word
they got
you
LeVert
choose.
and Dinwiddie. They got other players on the team.
It won't be a problem if KD is 85% KD.
See, he took it to 85.
I can't wait for this NBA season.
To win the chip, he'll need to be more than that.
I was at 90.
He'll need to be more than that.
87.5%.
He'll need to be more than
I
that.
think we're excited about the NBA season, even though I wanted to start January 2021, but might come earlier.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.